Good afternoon, I'm Sally Bidoff. Sir Keir Starmer has held his first cabinet meeting in Downing Street on his first full day as the new Prime Minister. He told the newly appointed ministers there was a huge amount of work to do and said it was the honour and the privilege of his life.
Look, colleagues, it is absolutely fantastic to welcome you to the Cabinet, our first meeting, and it was the honour and privilege of my life to be invited by the King, His Majesty the King yesterday, to form a government and to form the Labour government of 2024. And now we hold our first cabinet meeting. So I welcome you to it. We have a huge amount of work to do. So now we get on with our work.
And Sir Keir is holding a news conference right now. Our political correspondent Shihab Khan has been watching and joins us from Downing Street. So Shihab, as you'd expect, a very upbeat Prime Minister today, but also, as he said, there's a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. The Prime Minister, as you say, is speaking in that building behind me. The bunting is up, if you've noticed, because England are playing later today. But he was busy talking about what exactly he's going to be doing in his first few days in office. He's been adamant that he would hit the ground running. We've had a cabinet meeting this morning. You've seen pictures of that. Now he's holding a press conference in which he's outlined some of his plans for the next few days or so. He intends on meeting all the leaders from across the United Kingdom. There will be a tour as he goes and meets with them. He also says he'll be meeting Metro mayors. He's made a point of saying it doesn't matter whether they are Labour or Conservative. He's going to meet with everyone. His exact words were, there is no monopoly on ideas. This is a Prime Minister trying to set out his plans. After that, he'll be going to Washington, where there is an international summit taking place. So a very busy first week. But here's what he had to say about his plans just a few minutes ago.
This will be a politics and a government that is about delivery, is about service. Self-interest is yesterday's politics. I want a politics and a country that works for you. The thing that's changed already is the mindset of government. It's a mindset of service, of country first, party second. That's not a slogan. That is the test for all of our decisions. So when submissions come to me from the Cabinet, when I've had to take decisions, which I've already had to, of course, the principle is country first, party second, and that's the driving principle. So that change has already happened.
But it is a Prime Minister who knows there is significant pressure on him. He's won a big landslide, but there are questions over his vote share, the fact that it's not particularly high, and the fact that majority requires him to deliver very quickly. And he inherits a country in not exactly the best state. The economy is improving, but not doing that well. There is a cost of living crisis. There is war going on in Europe. There is lots for him to do, and the pressure will be on for him to deliver to justify that massive mandate he's got in terms of seats.
And what news about the Conservatives? They have to choose a new leader now, don't they?
Absolutely. There is a battle going on for the heart and soul of the Conservative Party, a huge debate happening right now about what the future direction should be after they suffered their worst results since 1832. We've heard today from Suella Braverman, the former Home Secretary, someone who many are tipping to run. She says no decisions have been made as of yet from her point. Make of that what you will. There are also reports that Jeremy Hunt, the former Chancellor, has ruled himself out. At the moment, there are two directions that I'm told the party could go in. I've been speaking to a number of MPs and ex-MPs over the last 24 to 48 hours. They say the party either moves towards the right to take on Reform UK and the threat they've got from Nigel Farage, or it stays in the centre or moves slightly more to the centre. And there are two camps they're fighting, and there are a number of people that could potentially run. I'm hearing names like James Cleverly, the former Home Secretary and Foreign Secretary, could run from the middle. Tom Tugendhat as well. On the right, you've got the likes of Kemi Badenoch and Priti Patel alongside Suella Braverman. So a lot to decide and a lot of interesting things that will be happening and unfolding in the next few weeks or so.
Shihab Khan in Downing Street, thank you. And you can keep across the latest developments from Downing Street and the details from the Prime Minister's first news conference on our website, itv.com/news, and on ITVX. In other news, President Biden has said only God could convince him to withdraw from the race for the White House. During a primetime interview on American television, Mr. Biden insisted that he is mentally and physically fit enough to serve another term, despite criticism of his performance in a debate against Republican rival Donald Trump last week. Mount Etna began erupting this week. Sorry, we'll bring you to another story now. The Prince of Wales is one of the 1,000 fans preparing to cheer on England in their Euros quarter-final match in Germany today. Kensington Palace has confirmed that Prince William will be at the game against Switzerland in Dusseldorf. Also there is our sports editor, Steve Scott.
Today is a day of landmarks, really. It's Gareth Southgate's 100th game in charge of England. It's the 4th consecutive time that England have got to the quarterfinals of a major tournament. That's never been done before. And another first is Gareth Southgate is considering changing his formation. He can't pick Mark Gahey, he's suspended. Ezri Konsa's likely to come in. The rest of the team will probably look the same, just playing in different positions. The progress has been okay, hasn't it? But he's just trying to unlock the undoubted talent in the England squad. He was asked yesterday whether he thought, because England were on the easier side of the draw, whether that was greater motivation for them. He bristled at that question a bit, saying it smacked of English entitlement, and it gave the so-called lesser nations encouragement. Well, Switzerland aren't really a lesser nation. They're ranked in the top 20 in the world rankings. They've just beaten Italy, the current European champions, so they're on pretty good form. The only stat that England can cling to is Switzerland have not beaten Italy for 43 years. John Stones said this week that because England are only here thanks to that wonder strike from Jude Bellingham, that was a psychological moment. That gave them confidence going forward. In a few hours' time, we'll find out whether that's true or not.
Steve Scott reporting there from Germany, and kick-off is at 5 o'clock. That's all we have time for now. Andrea Byrne will bring you the latest evening news just before 6:30. Till then, bye-bye.